Hey everybody, Sarah here. Happy 2024. We have finally made it. 2023 is over. I thought today it would be fun to make a video on what my plans are for this coming season, what I'm expecting, and also show you guys photos of all the different snakes. Before we jump in, thank you to all the members on this channel who help make everything possible. I really appreciate you guys so much. If anybody else would like to become a member, you can click join under any video to do so. You get different perks based on the different options that you pick. The newest perk is going to be a Discord server, and that will be $10 a month. So if you'd like to be in a Discord server with me, probably my husband, and along with a lot of other snake and snake shop loving people, then you can join down below. Quick thank you to Reptilinks again for helping to support this channel. If you'd like to use my code SarahSnake27 at checkout at reptilinks.com, you will get a discount on some amazing food for your snakes. Also, I have a website, sarahsnakeshop.com, where I sell corn snakes and corn snake accessories. So if you would like to check me out, you can do so there, or Morph Market, where I have most of my snakes up for sale right now. I will link all of these things down below in the description for anybody who would like to go check them out. So I'm going to jump into what my plans are for this year. I'm not going to do this in any particular order. So the first pair on my list that I would like to try this year is between Astrid and Azreal. I purchased them both last year and ended up breeding them to Casanova and Franchesca. So since Casanova and Franchesca were siblings, and so are Astrid and Azreal, I wanted to like cross the other way because they're all like Anery stripe, Anery motley stripe, all het amel, stuff like that. Although I did find out this year that Astrid is actually not het for amel or stripe, and so I am going to actually try to breed her to her brother Azreal this year, who is a ghost stripe. And at least this year I will not just get a bunch of Anery motleys. I'll at least be getting ghost motley stripes, and also a chance that they are both het for lavender, so we might get some moonstones in there. The next pairing I want to do is between Empanada and Vex. This is one of many pairings that I plan to do for the Golden project this year. Empanada is a possible het golden. She's also visual yellow jacket. She's also known to be het caramel and motley, and so we have a little bit of that confusion with the caramel going on, but Vex is completely unrelated. There's no caramel in his side of the line, and he is also het for snow stripe. So if we breed the two of them together and we get any motleys, they'll be visual motleys, but they will also be het stripes, so they'll be motley stripes technically, and hopefully we will prove out that golden because Vex is 100% het golden. The next one is Franchesca with Sean. So I mentioned Franchesca earlier. She's an Anery motley stripe, het for amelanistic. I have bred her with Casanova in the past, her brother, and I of course also have bred her to Azreal this last season. I really love the babies that I got out of both of those clutches, but I really want to test this line for dilute. So I went out of my way to buy Sean the dilute caramel motley. And so we're going to breed the two of them together and see what we get. We might end up with dilutes, we might not. I just want to test this line because the babies do look a little different. They're not your typical Anery motleys. I don't necessarily think that it's dilute either, but at the very least, Sean is het for anerythristic, so I will get some of those weird looking Anery motleys out of this pairing like I have been. And also, I will probably end up getting some nice normal motleys out of that pairing. And I have really been interested to see what the normal motleys will look like, or any normals, anything that's not Anery for that matter, out of this line. Because I've always bred these Anerys to homozygous Anery. And so I don't know what anything that's not Anery in that line would look like other than like snows, which are also an Anery type. The next one is pretty obvious. I'm going to be breeding Marigold to Oscar. These are both green blotched snows. I typically don't like to do a lot of inner breeding, but we're going to be doing that this year in order to get a complete clutch of all green blotched babies. So for anyone who's looking for green blotched snows, I will be breeding green blotched to green blotched next year and have an entire clutch of all green blotched babies, assuming that Oscar is like up to the task of breeding. He's a little young, a little small yet, but we'll see if he's up for it. The next one I have on my list is Phoenix and Bark. Phoenix is from my Flare line, and so is Bark. They, I believe, are like cousins. Phoenix's mom is half sister to Bark's mom. This is the Flare line, and I'm really hoping to sort of just test both of them for everything that the other one might have. They're both visual mask as well, so I don't really know what to expect out of this clutch. We could get only normals and masks, or we could end up getting like sun-kissed, charcoals, diffused, red coat, like all of this stuff that is also in this line. This is mostly just a like test to see what we get. Next one is Solara to Pepsi. Pepsi is also in the flare line. Solara is one way that I am like outcrossing my flare line. So from this, I'm expecting at minimum masks, normals, and sunkissed. But once again, we're doing a lot of testing here. I'm testing for het anery, testing for all these other things as well. So just more flare line, sunkissed, etc. are on the way with that pairing. The next one that I'm doing is Absinthe with Nacorn. Now, Nacorn is an amel mask. Absinthe is a charcoal sun-kissed. So you may be like, why would I pair these two together? However, they both share a lot of hets and possible hets. So we may end up getting some more charcoals, some more sun-kissed, which I definitely expect those two because Nacorn's parents, he's definitely het for those things. But we may also get some diffused anery and or motley combinations in there as well. The next one is going to be Chartreuse with Goldstone. So a lot of people love Chartreuse, including myself. She's definitely one of the favorite babies I've ever produced. She's my Gold Dust Motley, and she's het for anery, and she also came from a halo line. So you might be wondering, why am I breeding this snake to some other random snake? Well, this is a male that might be caramel or he might be golden, and she's the only homozygous caramel female that I have. And in order to determine if this snake is golden or caramel, I want to breed him directly to a visual caramel, so there's no question either way. Of course, I'm really hoping that I get a bunch of normals and maybe some caramels. Like, there is always a chance, of course, that he's het caramel because he came from possible het goldens that are known to be het caramel. So he might be a visual caramel, he might not be. He might be het caramel, he might not be. But the only way to find out for sure is if he's bred to a homozygous caramel female, and she's the only one I have right now. And as much as I would love to breed more that are just like her and just breed her to like a butter motley or something, the golden project is more important to me at this current time than perpetuating more of the ultramels and the gold dusts, which, don't get me wrong, I love them and we have some of the possibilities coming up later, but my main focus next year is the golden project. The next pairing I have is Wither and Vex. Vex is another one of those known het golden males, and Wither is Empanada's daughter, and so I want to kind of make sure I breed those two together because there's always that like stripe motley combination that might come out of it. And once again, just sort of testing for het golden, and since Vex is known het golden, if we get any eggs from him, then all of those babies will be 50% possibly het golden as well. Since this video is getting kind of long, I'm going to stop it here, and I'll actually pick up this video the next time I make videos. I feel like January is a good time to go over all of the potential pairings that I have going on. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in a new video soon.